Lesson 117.
Yo leo, leer.
Okay, in the past few lessons, we've seen some first conjugation verbs. Now we're back to a second conjugation verb. You can tell this because when you look at the infinitive, leer, it ends with the letters ER. So that indicates a second conjugation verb. Antonio, what is the stem of this verb?
It's LE.
Okay, so it's just a short verb, only 2 letters to the stem.
Mm-hmm.
So if we add our personal endings, if we add the letter O for our first person singular ending, we get LEO. And then if we add ES for our second person singular ending, we get lees. Is that how you pronounce it?
Lees. The accent goes on the first E.
Okay, say it again for us.
Tú lees.
Lees.
Yep.
Okay. And then for the third person singular form, it's just the letter E for the personal ending. So we get LEE as our third person singular form, right?
Yeah, él lee. The accent is going to be on the first E also.
Lee.
Lee.
Okay. Our first person plural ending is EMOS. So that gives us LEEMOS.
Leemos. In this case, the accent is going to be on the second E as opposed to the first E as in the other words.
Okay.
Leemos.
And then we have a written accent in the second person plural. We have EIS as our ending there, right?
Leéis, yes.
Leéis. Well, the accent's written there, so we know it goes over the second E. And then our ending, our personal ending is EN for the third person plural, so that gives us LEEN as our third person plural form.
Leen. Ellos leen.
Okay. So just for the sake of learning, why don't you just pronounce the whole chart for us?
Yo leo. Tú lees. Él lee. Ella lee. Usted lee. Nosotros leemos. Nosotras leemos. Vosotros leéis. Vosotras leéis. Ellos leen. Ellas leen. Ustedes leen.
Okay, let's get some practice with this in our exercises. In number 1, yo leo means I read. Un libro means a book. And todas las semanas means every week. So number 1 says, I read a book every week. In number 2, we have a question. The pronoun here is the word tú, and quieres is second person singular. Together they say, you want. But here it's a question, so we'll translate those 2 words as, do you want? Leer is an infinitive that means to read. And un libro means a book. So number 2 will say, do you want to read a book? In number 3, nosotros no queremos means we do not want. Leer means to read. Un libro means a book. And hoy means today. So number 3 will say, we do not want to read a book today. In number 4, mis niños means my children. The verb here is quieren. That's third person plural, and it means want. So mis niños quieren will say, my children want. Leer is an infinitive that means to read. Libros means books. Pero means but. And then we have the same verb again, that's quieren, except this time it's being negated by the word no. In our translation, we'll be inserting the word they here as a pronoun. And finally, trabajar is an infinitive that means to work. So number 4 will say, my children want to read books, but they do not want to work. In number 5, tú puedes means you are able. Leer means to read. And el libro means the book. So number 5 will say, you are able to read the book, or you can read the book. In number 6, we have a question. The words ustedes and quieren together say, y'all want. But this is a question, so we'll really translate that as, do y'all want? Ir is an infinitive that means to go, and a la escuela means to school. So number 6 will say, do y'all want to go to school? In number 7, tú necesitas means you need. Ir is an infinitive that means to go. A la escuela means to school. And mañana means tomorrow. So number 7 will say, you need to go to school tomorrow. In number 8, nosotros cargamos means we carry. Libros means books, and todos los días means every day. So number 8 will say, we carry books every day. In number 9, we have a question, and the question involves formal speech. The words usted and tiene together say, you have, but here, in this question, we'll translate them as, do you have? El libro means the book, and de mi hermano means of my brother. So literally, this sentence will say, do you have the book of my brother? But a better, smoother way to translate it will be, do you have my brother's book? In number 10, ellas pueden means they are able, and leer is an infinitive that means to read. So number 10 says, they are able to read, or they can read.